Hi guys. So today I want to talk about a little bit about two things that happened to me in the past few months that I remember that I think are really interesting to share because it surprised me and I think there's something to do with perspective that can be learned from, and I thought it was just a really great story. Um, so one of the things that I've been doing while in Taiwan is kind of thinking about like what do I really like, what is my style. I went into a jewelry store and just started looking at stuff, and the lady who was or the girl, actually, I would say she's a girl who was helping me. She's consistently been there, and I think there are many times when I would come back and be like, okay, like I'm not really sure what I want, but I'll like come back and I'll go away, or I think about it and come back and I'll like pick it up or something like that. But there came to be a point where I started feeling a little bit self-conscious because I was like, I was worried that she would start thinking about me and like, what is this girl doing? She's always coming back. She's not, like, is she working? Like, is she not, does she have nothing to do with her life? Like I started getting a little bit self-conscious about that. I built up my courage and just went back. And eventually she was like, she's curious, like, so like, are you a student here? And all that jazz. And I was like, yeah, like I'm here for a little bit to, work on things and stuff like that. And she was like, oh, okay, that's cool, and then we started talking a little bit more about stuff in Taiwan. And she was like, she just randomly just asked me, she was like, is it weird that, that you're seeing me a lot here at the same place? And I was like, no, 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 it's cool, and I was like, yeah, I just, I really, wanted to look for, I didn't know any other stores really, so I just kept coming back. And she was like, oh, well, then you can visit me, see me more often, which is really sweet. And it was just not what I expected at all. I didn't realize that she was self-conscious about the fact that I would continue to see her again when I thought that, she would be, judging me for continually coming back. And another situation or experience that I had was there's this one pho place that I like. It's really good, and the Vietnamese coffee is really good. And so I'd go back, and I still always see the same lady, and I would say she's probably she's not like super old. She's definitely like 20 something maybe. But I also started getting self conscious about always going back there because, again, I was like going back when it was daytime for lunch or, stuff like that. So I would start feeling kind of self conscious about the fact that she would see me again and again and start wondering, what is this girl doing? Is she not working? And that was my self consciousness going on. And so one day she, you know, I think it was like, I don't know, maybe the fourth or fifth time I went, she was like, oh, so, what are you doing here, kind of a thing, or something like that. And, I was just like, oh, no, no, actually, no, no, no. She didn't ask me. I asked her because I was just curious because it was kind of awkward. Like, oh, I'd seen her so many times by now. And I was like, oh, so, do you, are you always here? And she's like, yeah, like, I'm always here. That for me was surprising because I noticed that she was insecure about that herself, and didn't even, she wasn't even thinking about it or judging me at all in any negative way. And I think that negativity was really myself assuming that. So that for me was another experience that I had that I thought was really, it was surprising. And I think overall, both of those experiences taught me that even though you might be self-conscious or insecure about something, about how someone might judge you or see you, the truth is that they might have their own insecurities, and they, might not even be thinking about anything like that. Just everyone has their own perspective, and being insecure about what you feel like is happening is all really in your head. And the other thing is also looking back on, all my experiences with people that I've met continually or had interactions with at like restaurants or cafes or whatever. It's never actually been negative. They're curious. They want to know why you're here. But it was never like a negative thing. And I think that negativity was really myself assuming that. I would say that having those two experiences was really great. And I just wanted to share that. So hopefully that was entertaining to you guys. Okay, thanks. That was my, that I'm gonna go now. Okay, bye.